We're back with a health alert here on ABC News Live. Singer Justin Timberlake says that he's been diagnosed with Lyme disease. The pop star making that announcement on social media, posting that he'd been feeling a massive amount of nerve pain and, quote, crazy fatigue or sickness while he was performing. He also says living with the disease can be relentlessly debilitating, both mentally and physically. So for more on this, I want to bring in our medical correspondent, Dr. Darian Sutton. And Dr. Sutton, listen, we often associate Lyme disease with ticks in the woods, but what exactly is it, and what are some of the common symptoms?
You're absolutely right, Alex. This is an example of it. It's not just avid hikers or those who are deep in the woods. It can also happen in your backyard. Lyme disease is a bacterial infection, and Alex, it's the most common vector-borne infection. That means an infection that is transmitted by an insect bite. And aside from Justin Timberlake, nearly 500,000 Americans are diagnosed and treated with this each and every year. But there are two things that can make it tricky. One of them being that the symptoms don't immediately occur after the insect bite. Sometimes it can take 3 to 30 days. And the second is what Justin Timberlake was alluding to. These symptoms, fatigue, muscle aches, nerve pains, but chronic and generalized pain can sometimes, unfortunately, mimic other diseases, which can lead people down the wrong road in trying to get a diagnosis.
Well, and so, doctor, how can people minimize the risk of getting Lyme disease, especially, parents for young kids who are out playing this summer?
Well, prevention is key. When you're going out, you want to know what is your risk. Understand that this is most often transmitted in the United States by the deer tick in areas like the Northeast, the upper Midwest, and the Mid-Atlantic. And a lot of that preparation or prevention starts at home. You want to make sure that you're covering your skin, wearing long sleeves and long pants if you're going into wooded areas or areas with tall grass. And I would even go take a step further, making sure that you're using some type of pesticide on your skin, for example, DEET or oil of lemon eucalyptus, and even treating your clothing with permethrin. And studies have shown that when you get back inside, if you take that clothing and put it in the dryer at high heat, that can reduce your risk of infection or getting ticks on you. And also taking a shower within 2 hours of hiking, and then making sure you're doing that body check. And this is important for parents. You're going to check in areas which you might not see easily: the hairline, the belly button, behind the ears, behind the joints, between the toes. That is how you want to make sure you're going to identify any possible ticks and remove them safely. And remembering that it's not going to be obvious if there is a tick. It usually is the size of a poppy seed, so you got to look closely. But again, prevention is a lot easier than treatment, so you want to make sure that you prepare early.
All right, Dr. Sutton, great tips. Thank you.